Welcome back to our mountainside here in Panama, where we are getting ready for a monsoon. There's over 250 inches of rain coming. That's probably nearly 10 times what you get a year. And that's coming here to our farm. And we need to start getting ready for that.
We have been absolutely busting our That's actually hilarious. It's like the beep for the swear. Now that this bathroom is at a place that we don't have to worry about it when the rain comes, we can shift over to some absolutely necessary preparation for this rainy season.
Our farm's situated at 5,500 feet in elevation, and we have another 200 feet in elevation that goes up the mountain there. So when it rains here, the water hits that mountainside and runs right down here, and a lot of it hits right here.
This is what we're gonna call today the Kylie Canal. And it's a little clogged up. So we need to move some of these rocks out of here and make it a little more concrete. Literally. But in all seriousness, we need to make a proper drainage system for right here. I don't know if any of you guys remember, but last year we had just finished up our beautiful patio out here and the water was just tumbling in. So right now we're just trying to dig down. We're trying to dig a nice angle so that all the water drains from up there all the way down to here. Now we're getting the form ready to cut. This is where the cement is actually gonna go into. This is basically gonna be our guide for the cement.
Concrete.
Concrete. So now we're attempting to smash these pieces of wood into the ground so we can put this guide up.
Kylie thinks we'd be a lot better off if these were pointed.
I think they'd be much better off if they had a point on it.
Yeah, buddy, there's something just about brute force, you know? Like, it doesn't matter if you just...
I don't know if I want to put my hand where you're going to
put your hand down towards the bottom.
I don't think I'm going to do that. Do you guys ever like start to have like these really weird symptoms, or you just feel like so totally exhausted and then you just chug a bunch of water and then you're totally fine?
They call that dehydration, honey.
You know how many times throughout my life that has happened? And then after I drink the water, I'm just like, oh, all anxiety's gone. It's like, okay, now I can feel totally fine about this situation here. I also have something really, really funny to show you guys. So I was up super late last night making some more butter. I woke up this morning, I'm like, I'm gonna make some fresh, gluten-free, healthy scones, and all went well until I took it out of the oven. They turned into scone cookies. But I do have to say, they are delicious. So the front side form is all laid, it's all ready to go. I'm gonna work on this side right here real quick while George runs to the hardware store and gets some cement.
We got the rebar in place, ready to go. The hole's dug, everything's perfect. Now there's nothing left to do but pour some concrete.
The boys are absolutely crushing it on the concrete work right now, filling in this super nice, and then we're gonna get it nice and smooth. I'm just whipping up some lunch, just got Sadie down for a nap.
This is looking great. We let the concrete set up a little bit, so now we can start placing the blocks along the perimeter here, which is gonna give us a 6-inch space as a drain. You know, always the idea of laying blocks sounds so much better than actually doing it. I'm so bad at it. It's so tedious, and getting everything level and right and straight and perfect. I'm really, really awful at it. Luckily, Berto's here, who's been building with concrete and blocks his whole life, so he's definitely helping me out with this one. It definitely is humbling every time I do this.
So this is our reality sometimes, being business owners. Jordan is actually outside on a conference call with our team from our coffee business, and I'm actually on it as well. I have it muted because I got Sadie with me here, so I'm kind of just chiming in when I can. Yeah. Jordan is an absolute and utter beast right now. He is on a conference call with our business partners while simultaneously doing construction. But a little roastery update for you guys who are curious. We have these conference calls every single week to just keep tabs on everything and just make sure everything's running smoothly, get, you know, caught up with... Money. You want the money? So George's mom actually sent us a package today for Easter. Something Sadie has been absolutely obsessed with recently is... What is this? Money. Look how real this money looks. That's actually kind of terrifying. This is all fake money she sent. And there's coins in here too, look. But thank you so much, Grammy. We absolutely love all your little presents, especially the fake money.
I would like to present to you the Jordan Canal.
What?
This is one of a kind made.
Honey?
Some hard American work.
Honey,
I've staked my claim.
this was the Kylie Canal.
No, it's the Jordan Canal.
You can't just take it over.
It was never the Kylie Canal.
It was right in the beginning of the video. I said it. I claimed it.
What?
Sorry, you can have it. You did most of the work anyway. You did most of the work anyway.
I'm done for the day. I'm gonna let this dry. But it's looking great. I'm so happy with how it came out. And this is gonna just be so much better when all this rain comes in just maybe a couple days or a couple weeks. Obviously still a little bit to do. I need to drill holes through these blocks with a piece of PVC to allow the water to enter. And then we need to put a nice, beautiful top coat on it that makes it look like that concrete there. Just like make it smooth so you can't see the blocks, but we're getting there. A lot of good progress today, and we're one step closer to being ready for rainy season.
So every single time that I've made goat cheese thus far, I've used lime or lemon to use to curdle the milk. But every single time the finished product comes out, it is extremely citrusy. And that's not really what... So I actually ordered some culture to try to make the goat cheese this way. So I'm just letting the milk heat up until only 86 degrees Fahrenheit, and then I'm gonna throw the culture in. So this way is gonna be much more time consuming, but I'm hoping that the consistency and the flavor will come out much, much better. Then we're just gonna cover this bad boy up for about 12 to 20 hours, which sounds crazy, but I'm hoping that it's gonna be worth it. So it's 4 o'clock now, so I really can't be checking it until tomorrow morning when we wake up. Because there's no way in heck I'm waking up at 4 a.m. to check it. What do you think, baby? You want to come with me to go do all the farm chores tonight?
Yeah.
Oh, good girl, you snuck out. Yeah, they're eating the nuts. So someone made a comment in our last video commenting how happy Jordan and I have seemed in the last couple months. And not only do I feel like it's because parenthood has just brought us so much joy, but being able to raise Sadie in this environment also just brings us so much joy. It makes it feel like we're just doing it exactly the way we wanted to, and it's working, and we're loving it, she's loving it, she's so happy, and it just gives us this extra added oomph, this extra added purpose to just keep going with this life, just continuing to make Lola's farm better and better every single day. So we're just waking up in the loft, and it is Easter morning. You know what that means, baby?
Mama,
The Easter bunny left you a present downstairs.
Yeah.
Do you want to go see the present that the Easter bunny got you downstairs?
Bunny.
The Easter bunny?
Piggy.
A present, yeah. He brought you a present.
Baby.
For you.
You, the baby. Dada, you, baby.
Dada's not a baby. Come on, the Easter bunny is here. We gotta go downstairs.
Eat the bunny.
The Easter
Eat the bunny.
I think the Easter bunny left you a trail, Bubba.
I remember when I was a little girl, every single Easter, the Easter bunny would leave me a trail of chocolates from my bedroom, a maze throughout the house, to my Easter basket. And for a long time, I remember as a kid, Easter being my absolute favorite holiday for that reason. It's very snarly, I know.
Mama.
Hold the goat. You dump it in. Good job. Okay, now we're gonna put it over here.
Good
job.
Good job, sweetie.
Do you want to help me milk her now? Just like that. You try. You try it. Squeeze it. Yeah. Come on, baby. Crushing it, my love. Perfect, honey. Yeah, just like that. So it's now the morning after. I've let the cheese curdle for the last like almost 20 hours. And now I'm just gonna ladle it into this strainer with a little bit of cheesecloth. Oh, wow. Look at this, you guys. So it got super solid. We're gonna let this strain, all this liquid strain. Okay, so it says to drain for 6 to 12 hours. What? I was not expecting it to take another 6 to 12 hours. Hey, maybe this is the right way to do it. But I guess I'll just have to check back in with you guys a little bit later today. We have a culprit. Someone came and made their mark. And I have a feeling it was this boy right here. Mr. Brian, what were you doing, silly boy? For those of you guys who don't know the story of Brian, this is Iberto's dog, and he came up to our land when we first moved up here. So just sick looking and scrawny. Iberto took him in, rehabilitated him, and he comes and hangs out on Lola's farm every once in a while. It's actually pretty funny because the other night I woke up at like 2 a.m. to the dogs barking, and I panicked and I looked out the window and it's just Brian rolling up. And we joke all the time that he's not even necessarily Iberto's dog, he's Iberto's roommate because he comes and goes as he pleases.
There's one last step with this concrete block, and that's the top coat, and that's what's gonna make this look beautiful. And what we're gonna do is use a mix of 4 parts sand to 3 parts cement. And one of the most important steps is running all this sand through a fine mesh screen. This is just window screen that I nailed to a piece of wood. And what that does is it lets all the really fine sand particles go through, and then on top of the screen, what you're left with is all the small pebbles and stones and rocks. And if we didn't remove these, this would make the top coat more chunky and it wouldn't look as smooth. This is something that Iberto just absolutely crushes. He does such beautiful work when it comes to this top coat. So I know it's best if I just get out of the way because I can only make this worse. So I'm gonna leave Iberto to work on the concrete wall, and while he finishes that, as a family, we're gonna get working on these garden beds. We've struggled growing food during the rainy season. Basically everything that we plant just gets washed away.
or blown away.
So we need to make a couple improvements to these raised beds here so we can keep the food production going all year round.
And in the meantime, while we're working on this project and getting this bed ready to plant some plants, we gotta get the seedlings going. This is actually a perfect little sandbox for Sadie. I don't know why I never thought of this. These garden beds haven't been used in the last few months, and I just haven't even thought of just sticking her in here. It's just a big, giant thing of dirt. She's been playing in this thing for a solid 30 minutes now and just having an absolute blast. All right, we got the nugget down. She's down for a little nap. We got food in the oven, cooking for lunch. Our nugget, honey. Oh. You know, the little nugget.
You're talking about chicken nuggets.
Actually, we are having chicken nuggets for lunch today.
If there's one thing that we've learned building here in Panama for the last 3 years, it's that you can't just like kind of build something or cut corners or build something weak. And you have to build everything here like a brick house. You have to build everything so strong. So even though these metal beams are welded in place, that's not enough. Everything here has to be built to withstand a lot of wind and a lot of rain. And also really strong earthquakes, kind of all the time. And I'm talking about 60+ mile-an-hour gusts of wind, 250+ inches of rain a year, and earthquakes that get, well, our most recent one was a 6.7, and that shook everything. I mean, I literally thought the world was ending when that happened. So I'm also gonna be putting concrete in all of these footers. It's just an extra 15 minutes of work. It's just like an extra $2 to $4 spent, and it just gives me that reassurance that I'm not gonna wake up one day and that this roof isn't gonna be blown into the jungle. Because that wouldn't be the first time that it happened. The 4 posts are in with concrete, ready to go. Now I need to put a beam going across from the top of there to the top of there.
Wow, honey. This is gonna be so sweet. I'm just like imagining in the mornings coming out here, grabbing my fresh herbs.
There it is. Done. All that's left to do is slap a coat of paint on this, put some corrugated plastic roofing on the top to keep all the rain out, and it's done, baby. We're ready to start planting, but I'm not doing that today. That's gonna come in the next one. But I also want to show you everything that Iberto has accomplished today. He just left a little while ago. Look at how beautiful this retaining wall and drain is looking. All he has left to do is the top here, and then what we're gonna do is drill holes through here and put a piece of PVC so the water can hit this mountainside here, run down, go through the PVC, and then run down this drain, which we're gonna extend around, and it'll go down over here somewhere. But it'll be a huge improvement than just washing out our patio day in and day out like we did last year. Just huge things are happening. It's such a big improvement.
But I just got Sade out and in the backpack because I am preparing to do something tonight that one of you guys actually recommended in our comments a couple videos ago, and it really inspired me. I mean, this is definitely not something we're gonna be able to do every day, maybe not even every other day, but maybe once a week. You're gonna be like, what is going on? Why are we leaving the farm? So for the most part, our goats really only have grass to eat, which is a pretty typical diet for a goat. But when we could take them for these walks every so often, they have a little, you know, sweet treat dessert of all this variety of different plants along our road here.
You really care about everyone's nutrition. Kaylee puts so much effort into making sure that both Sadie and I eat organic, and there's a lot of thought that goes into all of our meals, and there's also a lot of thought that goes into all of our animals' meals. And she is loving these leaves, you better believe it. And for any of you guys that are worried about us, we do have a police goat for security.
Let's go, babies! Come on, babies! Okay, so we are 10 hours later, And this looks amazing. It's also gonna get a lot harder once I put it in the fridge, but I'm gonna add a little bit of salt to it, and this is gonna be the ultimate taste test right here. Whew, okay. That is amazing. That is so freaking good. It was a lot longer to make it, but the amount of cheese that yielded compared to the amount of milk that I used was significant. I felt like I used to waste so much milk before when I used to just use lemon or lime to curdle the milk. But this, I found it, you guys. I found the recipe. I found the right culture. I am like so excited right now. So excited.
You know what I just found out?
What?
Exactly 1 year from today, there'll be a total solar eclipse in Stowe.
I know, your dad told me.
We're gonna have to have a big party.
Big party, for sure.
We're definitely gonna sling a bunch of coffee. That town is gonna be packed, dude.
That's actually like so cool. Oh my gosh. The last time Jordan and I saw a total eclipse.
We were making YouTube videos for like,
Only like a month and a half.
not even like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
We're down on a little island. I was like flying the drone for one of the first times ever.
Yeah. Did we have Lola with us yet?
No,
We didn't have Lola yet.
no. And I crashed
Wow.
it in the middle of the eclipse.
Oh my gosh.
I remember you were grumpy.
Yeah, I was hangry. I was hangry.
Some things never change. I just want to thank you guys for watching this video, for following along with our journey and our story. If you guys love what we do and you love our videos, hit the subscribe button down below so YouTube lets you know when we put new videos out. We're putting out 2 a week now. So every Wednesday and every Saturday, trying to get them up by 9 o'clock Eastern time.
So this is where we're gonna leave you guys. We love you so much. Thank you for all your love, all your support, and we'll see you guys on Saturday.
See you on Saturday.
Love you guys.